He pimped himself. No man wants. What? He's a good man. That's not a good man.
I don't.
Your wife gets piped down by your son's friend. She's for the street. Just be clear. Jada Pinkett is a Z-list actress.
Wow.
Let's be clear. Without Will Smith, that would be for the streets.
Oh, I just don't really feel like.
I don't give a good goddamn what you feel. These are the facts of Hollywood because I studied it and I worked in the industry. She is a bottom of the barrel, has no roles. Will Smith is an A-top actor.
You gonna read the question?
No, I wasn't.
No, I'm gonna read it.
No.
No, I'm gonna read the dare.
You gonna read it?
Yes. Kiss for 10 seconds on camera. Are you gonna kiss me? That's just all we want to know. Is it a no? Is it a no? Like, we don't. I don't want the extra. We just want to get straight to the chase. Is it a no? You'd rather drink than kiss me. Is that what you're telling me?
You mad at the mad dog?
I'm in my feelings now. Is it a no? Yes or no? We done playing with him, y'all. Is it a yes or a no?
That'll be my first drink at the night. Oh, you wanted me to?
No, I'm just stretching it. Y'all ever have to stretch?
How dry I am. Nobody cares how dry I am.
Hey, I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm not going to talk to you like you're some kind of a toddler. You know, I'm not going to nag you. I'm not going to gaslight you. I'll never do those things. I'm never going to rug sweep your experience and shit, you know. Intrinsic experience as an inhabitant of the colonies here in America, 3Ks and set, okay? Now I want you to look at these clips, okay? I want you to look at these clips and shit. I bet you probably ain't gonna know what I'm gonna say and shit. But before I do want to talk about Melanie King and shit for a minute, okay? I want to tell you that I very sporadically looked at her content over the years, and I never took her serious and whatnot. And I took umbrage at all the Kevin Samuel name drops and shit. And, you know, recently I had seen her commenting on Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. And, you know, she told no lies. She told no lies, but she was so goddamn crass, okay? And that shit just turns me off for some reason and shit. I don't mind a woman talking that way, but I think it should be done behind closed doors and shit, like, because they need to have a certain sense of decorum and shit, and how they, you know, comport themselves in public. And she, like, regularly talked about this and shit. And I'm hesitant to talk about it, to be quite honest and shit, because a lot of misandrous black women are, like, you know, keying on those moments and shit and using this shit to make umpteen million videos. She's the next narcissistic supply for the black identity female extremists and shit out there, you know? She's the next narcissistic supply. They're eating their own and shit, okay? And, you know, a lot of them women were mad that she was talking about Jada Pinkett like that, okay? Jada Pinkett don't got no fucks to give for the black community whatsoever, all right? I thought it was shitty, you know? And then when I seen her with MTR and shit, you know what I thought? I was like, man, this is black YouTube and shit. This is the true chitlin circuit of you know, social media. That's what I thought, man. I thought that was wildly inappropriate, given what their normal content is, to be having that episode up, you know. I don't think the dude was thinking, or he probably didn't give a shit. Maybe he don't give a shit anymore. You know, he survived a big C and everything. Maybe he doesn't give a fuck. Okay, maybe he doesn't give a fuck. He's just gonna do what he wants to do and whatnot. But I think it's messy and irresponsible to the narrative as a whole and shit, because a lot of people tune in and watch these channels for whatever reason. Okay, and I'm not dragging anybody watching this shit, but you know, you have to take it with a grain of salt. It's pretty much entertainment at this point. They're showing you it's entertainment. You know, I want to drag the guy more than I want to drag this bitch, because she's basic, okay? Yeah, she has some plastic surgery, nip and tuck here and there, and she got she really got like a lot of dirt on her ledger and shit. And I don't give a fuck. It's just, to me, it's just a regular black woman with some enhancements and shit. Okay. Okay, I don't. Her voice just throws me off, man. It's the whole, what's that, like Paula Jai Parker voice, and just her when she gets, I think she has an alcohol problem. I think she might be an alcoholic. I'm not sure. I'm not. That's just my own thoughts about it. Okay, not trying to slander anyone, but I think she might need to go to AA, and she might need to sit down with a counselor and talk about this issue because she's looked messy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, bitch, you look messy as shit. Like in my life and shit, like I never fuck with no drunk bitches. Okay, my whole life. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, put my hand on the Bible and everything. I don't fuck with no drunk bitches, man. Okay, you know why I don't fuck with no drunk bitches? I always looked at it as like a lot of chicks, they want to go and get sauced and shit and fucked up, so that when they do something weird or some strange shit or something messy, like how she's being messy, they want to have an out to come out smelling like a rose. Like, oh, I was drunk, I was knockout, blackout drunk. If a bitch got blackout drunk in front of me, she woke up the same way she fucking passed out. As a matter of fact, when I was 18, when I was fucking 18, me and one of my cousins got a hit put out on us here in the south side of Chicago in the summer of '87. We had a hit put out on us because me and him were hanging out with a red bone, a light skinned exotical. We was hanging out with a thick ass light skinned exotical, and the bitch, we didn't know she had been drinking all day, and we were having a conversation, and she totally passed out and face planted on the sidewalk in front of us and shit. And we, being the good, dutiful guys, God fearing guys we were raised to be, with the strap in the matriarchal household and shit, the threat of constant, terroristic violence, we reacted and snapped her form and shit. We picked her up. We took her to her brownstone, her 2-flat, she was staying in. We used her key to open the door. We put her inside the door and put the key in the mail slot and pulled the door up. We pulled the door up, locked it, and put the key in the mail slot, rang a doorbell so that her auntie could come get her messy ass out of the hallway. And that's what happened. And some guys saw us doing that, and they were very angry. These were gangbanger, pookie simps. These were thuggish simps, okay? Because they thought that we should have had our way with her because she was incapacitated, but we didn't think that way and shit, okay? We took this messy broad and put her back in her house with her people and shit. And we had a hit put on us. It was very short-lived, all right? I'm not going to tell that story. I think I might already have on one of my videos and shit that I've done in a creative way. I don't know if I'll post that, ever again, but who knows, all right? Melanie King, she needs to go sit down with a counselor and shit, and she needs to get herself together, okay? She's been messy for a little while now, and I noticed it when she started talking about the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett thing and shit. I don't care about, I have dragged Jada Pinkett epically across 3 platforms that I have. I'm dragging, and YouTube has taken down a number of my epic draggings of her. They had like views in the thousands. That glass ceiling is real, people. I just want to say, it's messy and shit. I want to tell you guys, man, I'm going to respect you. You're going to hear me on here talking to you in the third person and shit, and, negging you and talking shit and telling you what's what and shit. You're here to, get whatever you can get out of my videos and shit, and I appreciate you for coming and listening to this shit, okay? These people are messy. They're doing something that's out of pocket and shit, okay? At the time of this recording, I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. But I just felt like putting it out because I saw a lot of people commenting on it and shit. It's not so much me jumping on a bandwagon. It's just me, putting my opinion out there, what I'm looking at shit. I'm looking at 2, in the second clip, I'm looking at 2 messy ass people. MTR should know better and shit. He's another motherfucker that has dropped Kevin Samuels' name extensively and shit. I don't know if he went to the funeral, and we know Melanie King didn't go to Kevin Samuels' funeral and shit. And I just think it's shitty for them to drop it out and shit. Sometimes I use the images of Kevin Samuels, here and there and shit. But by and large, I try to keep it respectful and shit. You know, I don't think he would have associated himself with these people at where he was, at the level he was when he passed away. I don't think he would have associated. I think he would have kept them at arm's length and shit because he was on his way up the ladder and he was mainstream and shit. And that's why everybody was attacking him, eating off his plate and shit and getting narcissistic supply, which goes on to this day. All right? It's just fucked up. Melanie King is messy as fucking shit, okay? I ain't tripping on her shit. I think she's somewhat attractive and shit, but I would never fuck with her because she's a drunk. She's a messy drunk. That's nasty. You don't want to, young kings out there, don't mess with, if a chick gets stinking drunk in front of you, that's a red flag. You should just X her out. She shouldn't be on your radar out there. You should just keep her at arm's distance, but don't tell her that shit because she's going to get super defensive and come at you a certain way. And we really don't want that shit. What we do, what men do when women get messy, drunk, and everything like that, is we keep them at arm's length and we be respectful and we keep our head on a swivel and protect everything. Okay? Especially your seed and shit. Don't give it to a drunk nasty. It's disgusting.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.